Hello and welcome to a game for GosuLeague Division 2 Season 5, and these bans are going really fast, by the way. Not that you think that I've waited a bit too long, but because this really went fast. These two teams had no hesitation about which heroes they need to ban out. This is game number 2 between 3D Max and Evo. They're fighting over the remaining point for this encounter. Of course, you get a win or you get a point for each win. At the end of the season, the team with the most points wins, and it's 2 games between each team to make it even. Once from the Radiant side, once from the Dire side. Radiant side has first pick, and that's going to be 2 games in a row for that. The previous game was taken by 3D Max by the typical old-fashioned anti-mage game. Who was AFK farming, and I mean 3D Max was kind of not in too bad shape, I guess, with being 4 versus 5. But as soon as Antimage joined, I mean there wasn't really any doubt on who would take the game, and Evo knew it, so they even called it before the barracks went down, I believe. So so that's gonna be that. We're gonna see the bans. It was the Bounty Hunter, the Undying, the Lanai, or a Templar Assassin, and a Bat Rider, with the Magnus being the first to pick up. So that's the first time you got through to the picks. Actually, the first time that we see him today, I believe. Darkseer has also been picked up together with the Queen of Pain for Evo, also Keeper of the Light once again. So we might see a ban out from the Phantom Lancer, the hero that they were picking up the last game. We still have the Sven in the pool, surprisingly, not picked nor banned yet. Rubik and Enigma were the pickups for 3D Max. So a team fight, Magnus Enigma combination, pretty solid there. As we have got more bans coming out, we have a long lane solo Broodmother being banned out by Evo, and a Gyrocopter and a Faceless Void being banned out by 3D Max, knowing that we might see a trial lane or dual lane coming up with a Keeper of Light. And with the Gyrocopter, it's just a very annoying lane to be on. We have seen him winning a game today already, so we're not going to see him do that again today. We're going to see a Windrunner being banned out, some more long lane solos, as apparently Evo is assuming that Magnus will be on that mid lane. Of course, we have seen Magnus on the long lane solo as well, so there's, I mean, all 3 heroes of 3D Max, they're not giving anything away. In theory, we've seen all 3 heroes of these before on the mid lane, we've seen them before on the long lane solo. It's just not that often that you see them on the safe lane, which is what 3D Max still needs to pick up. And there is indeed the Phantom Lancer being banned out, together with the Disruptor, basically saying we might pick up a Wisp unless you pick up the Wisp right now. But if 3D Max picks up the Wisp right now, then they're basically forced to not have the Enigma in the jungle, and that's not what they want to be doing. So they're going to pick up the Sven instead, so that's going to be their carry, as they don't really have anything against him yet that can do anything against the BKB. Of course, they banned out the Faceless Void. For that, they already have the Magnus and Enigma for themselves, 2 heroes that can do something against that BKB. We might still see a Bane being picked up by Evo, of course, with his Fiend's Grip, to stop the BKBs from going off. But I mean, you see the potential of 3D Max right here already, right? I mean, we have seen this plenty of time. Reverse Polarity, Fate Bolts, whatever you wanna do with that. Not really interesting on the Rubik, but Black Hole, Sven's done. Macropire, Ice Path, bam, bam, bam. AoE damage, team wipe. That's of course what Evo is gonna try to prevent, and they're gonna do that with a Razor. Razor versus Sven, actually, that is quite a nice combination. It might not be very common because Razor is still, I mean, he's still not an ideal hero, but against the Sven, if you can leech his attack power, that will be really helpful. Sven will be forced out of the game, out of the fight, and Razor will be getting a lot of attack power, especially when the gold strength is up. Of course, I do think that also transfers into the Razor, but I kind of like the pickup. It is, it's basically maybe a bit of a renewed idea, and I mean, it's not the most ideal hero to counter the Sven, let's be real. He of course is gonna get stunned if he can't do anything against that, no escape mechanism or anything, but if it works nicely. Let's just put it that way. We're gonna see though if it works. We're gonna see Evo on the Dire side. They have picked up the Tidehunter, so that's gonna be their team fight. 13 will be playing that one. We've got Werner this time on the Queen of Pain, Blueberry Ninja on the Keeper of the Light. Blablafu is gonna be on the Darkseer, so that will be the the mid lane actually. Blablafu in the Darkseer. Mid lane will be the solo lane on Werner. He's been playing the mid lane, so that will be him doing that. Will be Blueberry Ninja, Keeper of the Light, 13, and this is Go Audio, of course, the carry for Evo. He's going to be playing that Razor. In the meantime, we see Hayek on 3D Max. He's going to be playing that Enigma role inside that jungle. We see Noya playing his Sven, and this time picking up a shield rather than a Quellan Blade, which he has had 2 games ago. YO is going to be playing Jakiro once more. We're going to see Hester Rotten playing the Rubik, so that will be Rubik solo mid, already going for a fast bottle there. And that will be the last one, Magnus, long lane solo, played by Ace. And that is going to be, yeah, this mouse. Why is everybody complaining about mice? Mice are, of course, annoying, I guess. It looks like we're going to see an aggressive trial lane. They really want to shut down that, they really want to shut down that Sven. Let's see if they can do so. Of course, you're going to be able to force Sven out of the lane with just that static link.
The battle begins.
And let's see what he goes for first.
Invisibility.
Okay, the teams are trolling each other slightly, but we're going to find out. So far, Razor didn't pick up any skills just yet. But we're going to see how this is going to be going. It's going to be Hester Joe Rotten mid lane versus a Darkseer. So interesting to note. I mean, Iron Shell will not do that much against Hester Joe, but he'll be able to be last hitting against the tower basically, because he'll be the lane will be forced back into his position. He'll also be able to harass Darkseer slightly. Maybe Darkseer was expecting the Magnus to be mid. Of course, that was something that we saw them already thinking during the draft, because they banned out all those long lane solos. But Ace is going to be playing that Magnus, so that is slightly different than Evo was expecting. So we might have those lanes being swapped around. We'll see though, as Sven indeed cannot get that close. It is though the plasma field that was the first pickup for Go Audio, so that's going to be that. And it is of course a dual lane versus a tri lane, so that's going to be also dangerous for this Sven. At the same time, if he's going to get harassed, I mean, the only thing they can do is throw out damage. They throw out a lot of damage though, to be said. This is already all the damage being used there. Noya you have forced to use his salve or his tangos as well. Only has 1 tango left, but there's no disable on the side of Evo on this lane. Having said that, the only disable that they really have is this guy. It's just the Ravage. Darkseer, there's a vacuum, there's slows, yeah, there's mana leak, can be considered a bit of a disable, but no real solid disables up on Evo, and that's very unusual. As we have a stun going off, iSpeth didn't follow up on that one, but it is very unusual, especially since Sven is one of those heroes that before he gets his BKB, the thing that you do to Sven is just shut him down, stun him, and kill him off. But we'll see if they're going to be able to do that, as Queen of Pain has nice control over this lane by the looks of it, forcing Ace to stick around with his tower and actually clearing out some trees here to force to give him a clearer path. But yeah, he's got 8 for 0 last hits, as now actually Ace is going to be able to get some last hits. He's 4 for 1, not doing too bad. In the meantime, it's going to be Blah Blah Foo is being going down to the regen rune. He doesn't have a bottle, even though I do think that's in the courier. Yes, it is. He will be picking that one up even before he has the bottle, and he will be having 8 for 1 last hits. We have the Rubik in the meantime, 8 for 3, so still very even. As we see again Noya being forced back here, this time by the creeps, because they were pulled. The counter ward was there to counter ward the ward that was there to stop the pull from happening. Meaning that Noya will get some free farm, or at least some farm, even though this is not really good, I guess, in a way. But at least he'll getting these happy times for him, as all the creep still went up to the Razor, to his tower. 12 last hits for him for 5, with Sven so far being on 5 for 0, so it is the Razor so far that's slightly ahead. But the thing remains, I mean, the thing that also always remains, if you go for an aggressive trial, and especially if you're up against a dual lane, the only way you're going to be making it worth it is if you get kills. And so far they're not getting it kills. I mean, you can make it worth your while if you make sure that the opponent is not getting any experience, as well as not getting any last hits. But other than that, as long as he's getting experience, he's doing okay. He's getting more experience than they are right now. As Sven is now illuminated, plasma field, he's taking so much damage, so that's another salve being used by him, as he got that one from the Jakiro. Jakiro is going to be trying to get some last hits going, and this will be Keeper of Light sending Illuminate through 24/7. There is, oh, this might be first blood. Jakiro, Illuminate will get the last hit. Blueberry Ninja doing the job. The Go Audio though getting stunned, getting right clicked, and the tower will get the last hit. And now it is 13 on the run. Noya gonna back off though, doesn't want to be diving those creeps. But that is a 1 for 1, and well, you might say it's good because it was a first blood, but it was actually the Keeper of the Light that picked up the first blood, which is not that bad, but it was the Razor that died. I mean, if Razor would have gotten the first blood, that might have been okay, but Right now, I wouldn't really put this in favor of Evo. As I said, with the trial lane, you need to be getting ahead of your lane, otherwise you are wasting gold. And with the haste run up on the Enigma, Malefice going off on Blueberry Ninja. And there goes an Ice Bat as well, doesn't get hit by it though, Dual Blast still hit. And he tries to get away, Plasma Field harassing Havayo away, and it will be spent, it cannot do anything here, doesn't have mana to throw out another stun, and the hasted Enigma zooms away. He really zooms. Looks quite funny actually. But no kills being done there actually with the haste run, even though it was pretty close, which is again, for trialing, should not happen, but that's what you get with the trialing without any disables, as we talked about disables, no disables on the top lane either. Apart from the reverse polarity, if he gets it up, he doesn't get it up though. He's still level 5. Speed of Pain, level 6, and making it show for herself. She didn't pick up the Sonic Wave just yet, but was able to get the kill on the Magnus. And she's now getting harassed by the Tara slightly, so she has to be very careful here as well. But taking the advantage over the top lane, 22 for 3. So she was already higher up on last hit. The Magnus only had 8 for 2, but Magnus still getting levels. I mean, that's what you're expecting from a long lane solo. You expect them to get levels. And he is, so far so good. Blueberry Ninja in the meantime trying to force back the lane for 3D Max, as the tower is going to get fortified. They will be trying to take it down though. I mean, that's the least they can get out of this lane. If they're not getting that many kills, they might be getting some tower money for the rest of their team. In the meantime, Tower in the mid lane also getting harassed slightly. Lava through doing that. And he actually forced Rubik back out of the lane. Rubik, who's now level 6, so might be trying to steal some spells and making some difference there. And this is going to be one of the main differences of the lanes of Evo right now. We have of course got one hero in the jungle for 3D Max who's getting golden experience that Evo is not getting. But more importantly, they have got a side hunter, which is of course, they're only disabled, as I said already. They're only disabled, they're only stunned. And they need him at level 6. It's just that simple. They need him to be level 6. And if there's gonna already be a Skoober and stuff, also reverse polarity up on the Magnus, and no Ravage up yet on the Tidehunter, that will be a big loss for Evo. As we might see 3D Max forcing out some team fights with that. And I mean, if they're not ready for it yet, with the Tidehunter still not being level 6, that might be going the wrong way for Evo. But we'll see how they're gonna be dealing with that, as Tidehunter picks up a double damage rune. And the harassment on the tower continues as Keeper of Light just pulls the creep wave back. And the tower will indeed be going down. Ice Path locks in the Tidehunter. It will be Noya who's thinking about going in, or at least wants to try, of course, to try to deny this. Stun and deny. Nice job for Noya, and that's going to be Tidehunter. He's going to go down. Rubik coming in there. And there is a leech up on GoAudio. He actually got a lot of damage from that. Look at that damage. Ice Path locks him in, and he won't be able to continue going. But that is the danger that you have when you're up versus more. There comes Lavafu, vacuum into 2, and that is the Plasma Field. Stun up on Lavafu though, and it will be Noya that has forced to back off, cannot stand in range of that Iron Shell. GoAudio still trying to do it, getting surged up. There will be a death on Awayo's Jakiro, and now Sven on the run. More heroes coming in. Hayek having to back off. He does have a black hole, should have been needed. Not needed though. Evo taking the tower, taking the kills, 2 heroes down. And it will be, well, at least this guy. Lavafu that will be getting away. Of course, again, the thing that I said, Tidehunter getting experience, blah blah.
Is under attack.
He died before any of the kills happened, so he didn't get any experience from those kills. I mean, we see Razor being level 5, but Tidehunter not being there is actually pretty bad. And he was, of course, the first to die in that encounter. The only one to die in the encounter on the side of Evo, actually. But I guess he took one for the team, as his team did get 2 kills in return for that in the tower, of course, as well. Even though the tower was denied, something that we have to keep track of. First tower to go down, and now we have the blink being stolen on the Rubik. The one spell that you do want to have, it's only one level 1 though, but it is one of those spells that you just, I mean, it makes such a big difference to have that initiate power. Sven looks like he's going to be still up against the Trilon, even though he will be getting help soon, as there is going to be a Jakiro as well as an Enigma around here, as well as a Rubik who's going to be picking up a haste rune. But GoAudio already backing off. Now Courier going to show himself slightly, and that's going to be Tidehunter for Keeper of Light, moving towards the middle lane to help out there, getting some extra experience and gold up. Level 4 now up on the Keeper of the Light, and level 7 up on the Enigma, whose black hole we still haven't seen it yet. Apparently game sounds are still too loud. I have actually turned it down earlier today. There will be a Keeper of Light in some trouble. Malefice, right clicks, Ice Path, not going to be hitting, but nothing need to hit, and there goes the kill. In the meantime though, GoAudio able to steal a lot of attack damage, but will not matter if he can't attack anything, and he won't be able to because he goes down, as well as the Tidehunter double kill for Noya. And that's going to be a nice spell. Locking in the Queen of Pain. Doesn't have mana to blink anyway. One more hit needed. The stun will do his job. And that's Rubik actually getting the last hit with a right click. Rubik who picked up that haste rune. 100 HP left in his bottle. And he'll be going back towards the base. 1 for 3 in favor of 3D Max. And the only one they lost was the Enigma to go down to the Queen of Pain actually. So that was not really worth it, even though, I mean, he still wasn't able to cast his black hole. So I guess that was something, otherwise the fight would have been even more in favor of 3D Max in a way. As we have Go Audio, he's not been able to make that big of a difference yet in those fights. He's been trying, he's stealing attack damage as he goes, but so far not as effective as we thought, I mean, or as I thought. I thought he would be able to do a lot more with that stealing attack damage from the Sven, but he just doesn't get a chance to attack, which is also something I said, of course. I mean, he is still very stunnable. He doesn't have an escape mechanism, and the moment he gets stunned, he's basically useless. We have the reverse polarity up on the Magnus. He is level 8 right now. He's going to probably try to go get a kill on this Darkseer here. Malefice go off. Shockwave as well. I don't think they would mind using an ultimate on this one as the vacuum goes in. Will there be a skewer? There will probably be a skewer. He gets it but doesn't hit it. Oh, well. Reverse polarity still being used. Shockwave still going through as well. And that's going to be a kill. One more hit needed. And that's going to be Enigma actually picking up the kill as Queen of Pain finds herself a kill on the Sven actually. That is a kill that should not have happened. But Sven looks like he was like out of the woods, well, in the woods basically, because he is all by himself on this bottom lane. Meantime, mid lane action happening right here. Attack damage being sucked away from the Jakiro again by the looks of it, but not as much this time. The link was broken timely. And Tidehunter in the meantime, he is level 5 still, no Ravage. Ice Path. It's gonna go audio, but they cannot go in just yet. Double damage up on the Rubik, by the way. They will be able to throw out a lot of damage with that. As the Queen of Pain gets spotted here, there is of course a dire ward here, so that is not the Radiant ward. They don't see the Queen of Pain yet. Now they do, because now they got in range of the Radiant ward, and now they know they have to be careful. The Sonic Wave is up once again. She's looking for blood, and this is 2 heroes that are normally quite squishy. There is a plasma field up on the Rubik though. Blink away from the Queen of Pain. And has to Joe Rotten, not going to be able to find anything, just like Noya. He came in there just in case. He's going to continue farming on the bottom lane. This time the lane is a bit more towards his tower, so it's going to be a bit more safe. As the TPs are going to come into the top tower, we have already Ace standing by. He doesn't have a reverse polarity. Queen of Pain standing around there. I don't think they saw the Queen of Pain TPing in there, so this is going to be a surprise. Illuminate is going to go through, and they just want to try to take down this tower. More TPs incoming. Here comes the Queen of Pain. Gonna land the Shadow Strike, lands up on Hayek. Shockwave going through. Hits on 2 actually, and looks like they're going to be able to back off, but there's going to be support incoming. We have got the Razor as well as a Tidehunter hanging around. Tidehunter who does have a Ravage this time, but Ace is going to be backing off. More coming in. Blamafu coming in from the side, but is actually backing off. 5 heroes on this top lane, and they're not getting anything done. Blamafu going for a mechanism on his Darkseer right now. Just needs the recipe. 700 gold to go. As we have got the mechanism also being built up by the Enigma, who needs the entire recipe just yet, so 900 gold for him to go. And Razor going back to where he wants to go. I mean, he can't really farm on this top lane anymore. We see him a bit, I mean, he doesn't really have any place to go. Let's just put up net worth, by the way. Sorry for not pushing that earlier. Because it is the net worth that's going to be showing us a lot more than it did before. We have of course got only 1 tower down so far, which was a deny, but it is the dire side Evo that is getting ahead on the gold still. It is the Darkseer that is still very high up there, as well as the Razor and the Queen of Pain, but it feels different. It is still Evo in favor of 700 gold in favor. That's really nothing. With the experience, that's the feel. This is how it feels. It feels in favor of 3D Max. They have, of course, been getting the later kills, getting more experience at that. Malefice going off a Razor, who is going to be getting skewered as well, and that's going to be a kill going towards the Magnus with the Shockwave, and also used by that, and that's going to be these two just grouping up. I mean, the potential of these 2 heroes alone is just so big, and if you then add up more heroes to that pool, that's going to be just painful if they get a good combination going. Which is secretly I hope to see. I mean, for Evo it wouldn't be too pretty, but I hope to see it because it's fun to see it.
Under attack.
1200 gold up on that Rubik. As, well, he's been doing okay. 61 last hits. He's actually, well, how does this happen? He is all of a sudden highest up on net worth. It changed very quickly there. No towers being taken down, but I guess maybe something is in a donkey on the Radiant side. Nope, that is just the way it is. Rubik highest net worth. Of course, he was the mid lane hero, and he still is mid lane, but higher than I thought it would be. It's only 30 minutes into the game, I guess. Skewer away, making sure the Tidehunter. Oh, he wants to surge and ravage. He ravages. And he gets it as well. Can they do something? Vacuum black him. Yeah, that was just a waste of the black hole, but that was Razor getting a double kill. And that is Who Audio doing the works. 1200 gold up on him. He's now at 3-3-3. 3 kills, 3 deaths, 3 assists. Highest up on net worth, even though only by a little. And they might be able to get a tower in return of those 2 kills. But yeah, good pickups for Evo. I mean, those two were hanging around there for a long time, and were successful at that as well. Got a couple of kills, and well, good thing for picking them up. In the meantime, on the bottom lane, we see Queen of Pain taking a lot of damage from this guy here. He will be able to blink away if he wants to, with Noya actually taking a lot of damage. There is still a Sonic Wave up on this Queen of Pain who uses his cell, but Noya backing off. Makes a tangle as he goes. Fortification goes off for the Radiant as well. For the top lane more so, just to make sure that that one can't go down, even though it will be able to get the Knight soon. One more hit needed from that siege creep, but that was not going to happen, so not in the deny range just yet. As we have more pools going off here, more stacks I should say, to make sure that no minute is wasted, no creep is wasted. I like it. Ace just stole all the creeps that were there from Blah Blah Foo. Nice job. He didn't even have vision, that was just a blind shockwave. Rubik in the meantime gets himself illuminate in the face. Keeper of light, just keeping pressure, or at least keeping the lane force back out. Pressure is not really the right word. 1k gold in their inventory right now as he uses his last ward, observer ward anyway. Enigma still in that jungle. Hey, I thought he already had his... That guy, yeah, I see, I was gonna say, I thought he already had his buckler, but he does. He's now just waiting for the recipe to be done. 1500 gold on this Rubik right here, Illuminate to go through, and we still have people. I mean, basically, what is happening right now is I mean, both teams are playing fairly passive. Yes, they try to pick up kills when they can, but on one side, you have got a team of 3D Max, who basically their job is to make sure that this Sven gets big, right? And when they Sven get big, they're gonna try to go for team fights. Until then, they're happily just farming and just trying to get kills when they can, like this Queen of Pain, who's gonna get Maleficent, who's still gonna be able to blink away, but the Maleficent is still there. The blink will be there again soon, and that's gonna be a blink stolen by the Rubik, who still gives the last hit to Noya on the Sven, but that's gonna be easy pickup. So these kind of pickups they are willing to do, but they're not gonna be going 5-man duos just yet. And we still have all towers still standing on the side of Evo as well. And as soon as they start going for team fights, they might be trying to get those towers in as a prize to that as well. For Evo, it's a bit different. I mean, they have got a Razor. It's for them. I mean, they don't want to force out a 5-on-5 pure team fight because they know, like, okay, you know what, our opponents have got pretty easy 5-on-5 team fight. Let's not do that. But they want to get those pickoffs. They want to try to push down towers. So there's the second tower going down with Razor actually picking up the last hit for that one, who picked up a Helm of the Dominator, by the way. Looks like we do have 3D Max going for a tower right now. It's going to be a free one at that, or at least the TPs are going to come in. Tidehunter has a Ravage, and they want a team fight apparently. Queen of Pain blinking in, Shadow Strike up on the Sven, stun lands. Is there going to be a Ghost Strength? No cooldown on that, and no mana anymore on Noya. Dual Breath going through, Queen of Pain still taking a lot of damage there as Sven Sonic Wave, and that's going to be a kill with the GoAudio picking that one up. TP out for her YO, should be safe, but that is the reason why they don't really want to fight just yet. In the meantime, whoa, this tower's in the 9 range. In the meantime, Blueberry Ninja goes down still to the Rubik in this mid lane. Has to Joe Rotten, making sure that no support is gonna stand in his way for trying to farm this mid lane, because he's basically been sitting here the entire time. He's been in 7 out of the 10 kills though.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Should be he's doing fine. He has a blink dagger actually now as well. With the Darkseer having his mechanism complete. Darkseer also now back inside this middle lane. But yeah, for now, I mean, they're happy doing what they do. For Evo, it's like I said, it's a bit different. They have got the Ravage, they want to try and force it out, but they don't want it to be taken 5-on-5 even in team fights. They want to be getting they don't want to be advertising that they're going to be having a team fight, which you sometimes see, like,
top tower
tower still goes down top. We're away. It's going to be safe. There will not be a static link, no mana up on Magnus, and he doesn't have any stuns. Like I said, they don't have any stuns apart from the Ravage, so they're going to be safe. And Magnus now picking up a blink dagger as well, so more mobility for him. But yeah, for Evo, it's going to be trying to pick off the little fights, if you can call it that way. But so far so good. I mean, neither team at a big disadvantage. I mean, it's gold now slightly in favor of 3D Max. This is the tower that just dropped, first tower to go down. But I mean, it's really still very even, and the experience graphs even though it is more in favor of 3D Max, they've just been farming more efficiently with not roaming around as much as Evo has, and that's purely the result of Evo looking for more kills than 3D Max is. 3D Max, they pick up kills, but basically only when they come their way. And Evo has been actively looking for the kills, for the pickups, for being slightly more aggressive than you normally would. But that is the difference that makes it in the experience graph. But I mean, still the difference is not that big. We have got Sven just 300 gold away from his BKB, as he might be having it. Yeah, he will have it after this stack that has been prepared for him. And we might actually see 3D Max trying to force out a 5-on-5 team fight with that. Even though, I mean, as said, he doesn't really have, I mean, Evo doesn't really have that much disable, so Sven would be able to hit regardless. So the BKB just helps a lot. It just helps a lot. No Ravage he has to worry about, no Plasma Field. He might be trying to go for Roshan first. They have, of course, got the Enigma hero that can help out with that Roshan.
Radiant's
They actually check out if the Dire was in there, but the Dire is not. The Dire has no touch. Thailand and Queen of Pain tag team together with the Darkseer. 3 heroes making their way to bottom. Ooh, I just realized, imagine if Rubik steals a vacuum, and then you have a vacuum black hole versus Polarity Stand Sun Necrofire Ice Cast. Queen of Pain blinking in, and that's gonna be a kill. That's a Joe Rotten. Not able to stay alive. I wouldn't be, there's no surprise that he wasn't able to stay alive. A clever use of a smoke as the tower went down as a result of that, and again Go Audio picking up the last hit for that one. More gold wins, 2300 gold. As in the meantime, Ace is doing a bit of a split push job, able to lay a bit of damage onto the tier 2 tower top. Malachus going up on Blueberry Ninja here.
Dire's bottom tower
as we have got TP in. Buyback on the Rubik as well. They want to fight. They're ready to fight. Stun, landing, Keeper of Life, 1 hit, BKB activated, Darkseer walls well, Black Hole hits on 2, and here comes the Ravage though, it also hits, it's gotta be Ravage being stolen by Joe Rotten. Blueberry Ninja drops 13 drops, Bloodlock Brew getting skewered away, uses this mechanism, will be enough, no more mana for the reverse polarity, not even needed, because Bloodlock Brew still drops. Sonic Wave will still end the life of the Enigma, but the triple kill for Sven is still there, Noya picking up Awareness of Queen of Pain. 4 for 1. With a buyback on the Rubik, that is worth it. 1500 gold in the Rubik too, but I'm more interested in Noya. 2k gold, BKB complete, they're happy, they're ready for 5-man Dota right now. I'm thinking back of the moment in the previous fight where Anti-Mage was ready farming. It reminds me of this, to be fair. It reminds me of this for sure. And let's see, are they gonna go for the tier 2 or are they gonna go for Roshan? Looks like tier 2 is gonna be the case here. Illuminate will go through to stop them from, at least, well, slightly stop them, try to stop them. But the tower will still get a lot of harassment, will not go down. But next time they will push it, it will probably go down. But we'll see when they're going to be doing that, as it looks like, yeah, they cannot do anything. They don't have a Ravage, they cannot stop TPs. It's just, well, apart from the vacuum, but it's just, that's the only thing they really can do. And Evo now going Roshan, still, yeah. Maybe Yasha up on the Razor right away. And that's going to be Roshan going down. Can they do something again? Don't they know what's going on? 3D Max have no idea what's going on right now. They've got a sentry board right here. But that is it. No observer board. And there's not that much damage for Evo though, so it might last long enough for 3D Max to reach the conclusion that they're only trying Roshan. Blink Dagger up on the Enigma by the way, so having that one complete. But no, Roshan uncontested. Will drop and they get nothing in return. 3D Max that is. Crystal has been picked up by the Sven. Make sure that he has crit next time there is a fight. Queen of Pain will pick up the Aegis. Let's see what Queen of Pain is building. She picked up a Ogre Club, wants to be able to stay alive through the tables that are coming off from 3 Max. Might be going for that BKB. As we have Tidehunter not being able to pick up anything noteworthy just yet. Smoke goes off, so maybe they're going to try to find a team fight again. As we have Keeper of Light picking up a Staff of Wizardry, going for a 4 staff by the looks of it. And then we have last one, it's going to be Razor. He is now finishing up. He's going to go for Suns and Yasha rather than going for a Manta style. Iron Shells up. Eidolons. Gonna be fine. Hayek hanging around here. They know the boss is soon there. Oh, now they know it. Now Hayek sees it as well. Surge up. Oh. This is gonna be bad. I don't think they have vision. Let's take a look at the vision. No, they don't have vision. Radiant team does not have vision. Just saying. Dire team also does not know that Enigma is here, though. He can blink in with a black... Oh no, no black hole. They do have vision, of course, and has to roll. Last time already their smoke ended up in taking down that guy. This time again as well, I guess. Ravage being used actually by the Rubik there first. Not by the Tidehunter. Tidehunter goes down before he can. That's the reverse polarity used, and the Aegis gets popped. Hazard Joe Rotten still drops, but at least that's gonna be the Aegis going down. Macropire there. Epic play being used. No, that's not nice. All chat. Someone, well, doesn't seem to be also friendly anymore, and Werner will actually be able to blink away. And that's gonna be stun landing onto Noya though. Doesn't want to go on this just yet. Gets man on link, wants to just hit stuff. Razor, Razor is gonna be going down there, or is he not? Look at that extra wound speed. He is so fast with Sun and Yasha, but not fast enough for the Magnus. And it's gonna be Jakiro that goes down there as well. That was the Queen of Pain just making a quick appearance there. Blueberry Ninja trying to get himself away, blink away from the Magnus, skewer into the low ground. And the Shockwave will finish him up. Double kill for Ace right now, and now Queen of Pain having to blink away, and they will do so and will be saved. 3 heroes going down for Evo, with the Tidehunter of course dropping there as the first one. And only 2 heroes dropped by Evo themselves. The Rubik and the Jakiro going down there, both being picked up by the Queen of Pain. Now let's see, 2400 gold in this Sven. I'm kind of wondering, because normally you see Sven's also going for that Mask of Madness, and sometimes when they don't, the normal reason is that they're gonna be something on the opponent team that can, you know, Chronosphere, just gonna stop him when his Mask of Madness is activated, just to make him extra vulnerable and susceptible to attacks. Oh, thank you! So I was wondering why Noya wasn't getting a Mask of Madness, but yeah. Mask of Madness still being picked up by Noya. Thank you for proving my point. Wow, that was awkward. But I'm happy that I'm right. I'm happy. Even though I might not sound all too happy. I mean happy. Hayek gonna be building towards a BKB, of course, want to be able to blink in and BKB. I mean, there's basically not that much that can stop him from black holing to begin with. But Ravage is, of course, one of them, a vacuum as well, so that is something that he wants to prepare for. And he doesn't want to be dealing with that. So, unless this Queen of Pain is going to go for Sheepstick. But Queen of Pain going to go for BKB first, as we've already established earlier. But we'll see. And so far, I mean, no Sheepstick being built either. Forstaff still being the one for the Keeper of the Light. The Dire side, I mean, they are behind on gold by 7,500. Not by all that much. It's still quite big, though. Experience graph shows it better. It's still in favor of 3D Max, of course. They've got more kills. But it is, I mean, they don't seem to be that worried about not having that many disables. And it's gonna work against them, as a Forstaff also being drilled up by the Rubik. And a blink in, ooh, Rubik telekinesis, he steals something as the Illuminate. That's gonna be Monolink up on the Rubik, who stands still, Skewer, not gonna hit anything. There goes the Malafist, hitting on Blablafu. He still has, he doesn't have a search anymore, vacuum, doesn't get himself in the roast pit, which was maybe his intention. There goes Blablafu, he will be going down, or will he not? Hides himself in the rush pit, not going to be able to get a knight, trying to TP out, won't be able to do so. In the meantime, it's going to be the Jakiro is going to be attacked here. Ice Path doesn't hit on anything, stun landing up on Werner. Noya looking for a target with his god strength, looking for a kill. Can he get it? No more stun up on him, no more mana either. And he just wants to go for it. I mean, he doesn't going to get stunned, he is going to get slowed though. Werner going to be able to get away on 90 HP. It was a 2 for 1, it's still Evo 13 coming back there. There goes the man on League. Noya being left alone here by his team. Can they get him? They might be able to. Tidehunter goes down to the Magnus on the side. We're going to follow this one. He should be able to stay alive, and actually the Blinding Light helping out, not getting hit by the Illuminate. And they notice that too. As we still have a blink available for the Magnus, Telekinesis and Go Audio. And that's going to be Go Audio, one Shockwave away from dying, or will it be able to Illuminate? Going through, Shockwave misses. There goes a Leech. Might be enough. And will it be enough? One more hit needed. Look at that. It's actually Rubik that saves the day. Ace gonna be staying alive, but Rubik's coming in, able to take the kill. And now Blueberry Ninja gonna try to run away. Blink is up there on the Rubik if he wants to. There's a Skewer back into Razor. No blink needed. Shockwave going through. Sonic Wave still finishes off the Magnus. And Rubik actually blinks away. Illuminate going through and doesn't get the kill anymore. As a Blueberry Ninja is gonna stay alive. Again, a very messy fight. But kills happening on both sides. And basically, because it's only 28 minutes in the game, I mean, people come back after they die and the fight just continues. basically that. I mean, and Sven, of course, able to stay alive. Probably one of the biggest things to notice in that fight. He did not die, and he is happy about that. He did get a couple of kills there as well. As we have got Blood of Food taking a lot of damage here. That will be a nice pet that locks him in, even though barely. Can they have enough damage anymore? I don't think so. Anchor Smash, Telekinesis, Side Hunter into the trouble. Fable going through. Plasma Field being stolen. 13, gonna try to run away from this one. Mana Phase off cooldown again though, and that's gonna be an Anchor Smash being stolen by Rubik this time, and that's gonna be the kill going towards Hester Joe Rotten. As he is 40 gold away, 30 gold away from his 4-staff dual breath, and that's gonna be a 4-staff complete indeed. So it will be a full 4-staff flying out to him, as he'll probably be turning in his bottle or his wand to get rid of that one. As a tower drop, Chikiro picking up the gold for that one. Happy times for him, as he has not been getting that much gold so far. And we have now got 3D Max. I mean, we had not had the gold graph really taking any form of, well, actually it was of course in favor of 3D Max, but right now it's starting to spike ahead. They have of course been trading kills, but with the tower now going down as well, the first tier 2 tower dropping on the map actually. It's going to be a big difference. Oh, what were you doing there? Yeah, GoAudio gets a kill on high YO. It was YO. He was just out of position there, and he's gonna try to take down his ancient stack. I mean, he got 140 stacks, so that's quite nice for him. Extra attack damage. It might be enough to take that one down, as we have got Blueberry Ninja getting taken down there by the Sven, who is now unstoppable. Is 9 for 2, 2400 gold in his inventory, and that's gonna be a Keeper of Light, also not in the right position. Ooh, Ace. Oh, he sees him, blinks away. Fast choice, good choice. As he's gonna go for a refresher, an item that we see up more often on that Magnus. Reverse polarities all over the place is what you want to do. And in the meantime, Hayek pushing bottom lane, split pushing slightly. As soon as people are going to come towards him, we might see them going on this one. Telekinesis up on GoAudio, Active Smash as well. There goes the Link, doesn't hit on anything, and now it's on cooldown. 22 seconds without it. They are going to find Hayek though. They of course don't have a stun, so Hayek can just decide to just run, which is exactly what he's going to be doing. Malafist still goes up. I'm not sure why he decided to turn around. Going to go for a black hole, but that's the ulti of Audio, just too much. I have the storm. Queen of Pain actually getting the last hit for that one. Black hole basically being wasted. Vacuum up on the high ground. 4-staff away, and that's gonna be the sense of trees going down. Look at them out of position again. As we have got Sven, he is being attacked and damaged least, and he knows he's in trouble. He's backing off, TPing out. And that will be, well, it was a very good start for Evo, but they had the TPs, and that's just exactly what you can expect. I mean, they have no disables. They cannot do it, and the vacuum, of course, was on cooldown. So that's gonna be that. It's yeah, interesting. Tier 2 tower. Gonna be going down. A reverse polarity blink in. It's on 2 shockwaves. Stun from Sven as well. There is the Skewer hits into it. That's 4 heroes going down. Well, 3 actually only, but it will be 4. Queen of Pain, last one alive, trying to stay alive. He has no more mana. He has no more HP. He has to just do it the old-fashioned way and run. As we have, of course, got people with blinks and 4-staff and Skewers trying to get away from him. There is him, and there he goes. He goes down. And that's gonna be a team wipe. And that was the it wasn't even a combination that we talked about. I mean, it was the Skewer, yeah, it was the reverse polarity and stuff, and it was the Sven stun, yeah, but there was no black hole, no macro pyre, no ice path, no nothing. I mean, yeah, it was a bit of a shame, wasn't it? Well, I shouldn't complain. I saw the combination. It hit on 4 though. Like the positioning from Evo wasn't really not that ideal. Of course, they were letting themselves get cut out. And now Sven by himself, one-man army, will be able to do some damage into this tier 3 tower. Not even afraid, because everybody of Evo was dead. Apart from now, everybody backed off again. So he will be backing off as well, as he has finished his deadless and is just going to continue farming inside that jungle. As we look at the control of Evo of the map, I mean, they only have 1 ward, which is here, with fairly new ward as well. But that's it. Like, they got 2 tier 2 towers and that ward. Other than that, nothing. Oh, Hayek. Can you TP out? No, because you don't have a TP. Mechanism being used. I don't think Hayek is going to be able to survive this though. The attack damage that GoAudio stole is just way too much, and that's going to be a kill going the way of the Darkseer, maybe? No? Yeah, no, it's going to be Razor that picks that one up. So that is just why you have to carry a TP scroll if you're up against a team that does not have a stun. I mean, the vacuum could have still been there, I guess, in a way, but maybe you could bait out the vacuum earlier and, you know, bait out a Ravage if you want. well, whatever you want, if they want, I guess.
Tower is
2400 gold up on the Razor, who is he's actually died 6 times. He's been in 14 out of the 20 kills that they have so far. I mean, he's not been doing bad at all. I'm still thinking he's not the right character to be up against Thunder, though if he leaches Fenwick Techcar, then he will be able to do a lot. Hawaii, Macro Fire, Ice Bath, Dual Breath, but I don't think he should have been here by himself. He's not here by himself, though Ruby's gonna be there as well. But the TP's actually come out because in the meantime, this was just a distraction. One TP interrupted, that's gonna be the one with the stun! The one that's important! And it's gonna be the Keeper of Light that gets picked up on the top lane, it's gonna be the Darkseer that gets picked up, and it's gonna be the tier 3 tower that goes down! Sven being able to do so, reverse polarity, Go Audio now going down as well, BKB up on Werner, but look at that damage, and that's gonna be 4 heroes dead, buyback on Go Audio, but that is Go Audio thinking, I think it's GG, I think so too, Go Audio, and that is gonna be GG cold, and that's gonna be 2 points going the way of 3D Max, and it goes to League Division 2, because they won game number 1, they won game number 2, ultra kill for Noya. And that's gonna be the first barracks going down again. GG being called when the first pushing happens. I mean, it's just at some point it's just too much. At some point you just can't go up against this event. So yeah, my name is Sheever. I'm a GosuGamer's cast, and this was a match for GosuLeague Division 2 Season 5. And we will be not having another game afterwards. I might be playing some matchmaking, but I might be having a short break as well. We'll see, as I have of course been casting since 5. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you want to support me, please subscribe to my YouTube, youtube.com/SheeverGaming. That would be very welcome if you do that. And that's gonna be that as well. There goes the phone. He's gonna say because everyone's disconnected. If you want to find out more about standings for GosuLeague, by the way, you can just go to gosugamers.net/Dota2, and then on the right side of the page there is a link saying GosuLeague Season 5, and you can find all your information there, the standings, which teams are in which division, and also additional information about the team. So definitely do that, as I will be right back with you, so stay tuned for that, and thank you for watching.